From OKC to Houston, to Washington, to the Lakers, to the Jazz, and now to the Clippers. Russ has been around, and now it finally seems like he's found somewhere for him. This is the first time that we've seen Westbrook on a legitimate contender ever since he was in Houston, in my opinion anyway. Westbrook to the Clippers is not only a good move on paper, but it's a move I like to see, because now he's in a position where he can be himself. Looking at how the Clippers are constructed, it's a great fit for him, and his new teammates especially. Firstly, Westbrook has played with 3 of these players on this roster previously. He played with Robert Covington in Houston, Eric Gordon also in Houston, and most obviously Paul George in OKC. This is good as he knows these players and their tendencies, etc, so they've already established some solid groundwork. But it's the other players who benefit from Russ. For example, Zubac, Plumlee, Morris, Batum and Highland. With the exception of Highland, these players have had some of their best career seasons when playing with an elite playmaker or an all-star caliber point guard. Zubac had Lonzo Ball in LA, Plumlee had LaMelo in Charlotte, Morris had Isaiah Thomas in Boston, and Batum had Kemba Walker in Charlotte. Now adding Westbrook to this, an expert facilitator and an all-star caliber player, should only propel these players further. I mentioned Highland because he is a phenomenal young talent, and I believe that having a positive energy and role model in Westbrook can only benefit this kid. I hope it resembles a Chris Paul in OKC situation in the way that Shea developed. Having a vet and a mentor is so underappreciated in today's game. Now let's talk about the new big 3. This is where I'm conflicted. There's only one basketball, that's the problem. When everybody wants to eat, it's hard with only one ball. And you can see that this is true when you look at recent big 3s / super teams. The Lakers when they had AD, LeBron and Russ. The Nets, KD, Kyrie, Harden. Even Boston when Kemba was there. It's hard for stars to work together in that type of system. However, on the flip side, I see it like this. PG and Westbrook can work together because we've seen it. And I believe that Kawhi is beneficial for everybody. He's an MVP caliber player without the presence of an ego. When Russ was in LA, LeBron had the power to dictate a trade. That power creates pressure and a toxic environment to perform. Kawhi, on the other hand, seems laid back but brings the same attitude to win as everybody else. Kawhi also is not a ball-dominant player, unlike LeBron. He's efficient and plays both ends. Another thing to remember with Kawhi is that he's practically the perfect star player, as he's extremely coachable. He's played in 2 phenomenal coaching systems alongside other amazing talents, and there's been no chemistry issues, ego clashes or drama. Playing with the Spurs under Popovich alongside Duncan, Ginobili and Parker. Another great point guard, by the way. In that system, he won a championship. Then, in Toronto under Nick Nurse, playing alongside Kyle Lowry, another great point guard, Serge Ibaka, Pascal Siakam and Fred VanVleet. Again, another championship. So far, this roster construction looks good, and Ty Lue being a championship coach seems like a recipe for success at the moment. But back to Westbrook though. I think that playing alongside PG and Kawhi is absolutely massive for him. He could just be a pure facilitator if he wanted to, and take a step back. And finally, I think this situation is perfect because of pressure. I mentioned at the start of the video, pressure was different in every circumstance and every team he went to, and it's the same here. The Clippers weren't in the conversation to be title contenders this season, and with the KD move, the pressure is more on other teams like the Suns, Celtics, Grizzlies, Warriors, and even Mavericks to win it, and for those teams to perform well. This move gives Russ the opportunity to have fun again, but more than that, he has a point to prove. Charles Barkley said, quote, "This is his best chance to win a championship. He's going to be angry, and it's going to be great to watch." And you know what? He's right. The last time Westbrook was mad was when KD left for the Warriors. Westbrook's response? This man decided to average a 30-point triple-double and win the MVP. Don't get me wrong, I'm not expecting Russ to become a different type of player or to play the best basketball he's ever played. I'm just expecting him to be happy, effective, and to see him contribute to winning basketball. I personally would love to see him put up productive numbers and help the Clippers ultimately win a championship. But those are just my thoughts on the situation, but I want to know what you think. Is this a good move? And where does this put the Clippers now? Let me know in the comments below. But anyways, that's going to wrap it up for today's video. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed, and if you did, a like and subscribe would be greatly appreciated. And with that said, I'll see you in the next one.